Midnite Mausoleum, WQAD News 8, MyTV 8-3. Thanks for joining me on Midnite Mausoleum. I am Marlena Midnite, and tonight's show is one of my favorite types of show. It is a clip show, because it's also New Year's. Yay! That's a noisemaker. I don't have one. This is champagne. Clink! I don't have one of those either. I have nothing that denotes it's the New Year other than this is the New Year episode, and I'm telling you, currently, it is. So tonight's movie is from 1958. It is The Screaming Skull! Ah! Okay, why don't we go learn about it?
The Screaming Skull is a motion picture magnificent in its horror. Therefore, this certificate assures burial service without cost to anyone in the audience who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull.
She died in the water. The base of her skull was smashed. She didn't want to die. She died in the water.
A re-visualization of a woman scorned. See the vengeful violence of the undead. The Screaming Skull, starring...
It would be admitting she was sick again.
It's all in my own mind.
The Screaming Skull.
The Screaming Skull.
The Screaming Skull may kill you. Be sure to bring someone with you who can identify you when you see The Screaming Skull.
So, behold, The Screaming Skull. It is decent, but why don't you guys go watch it? And I won't see you on the next break, but you will see me on the next break, because it is other versions of me from the past.
The Screaming Skull is a motion picture that reaches its climax in shocking horror. Its impact is so terrifying that it may have an unforeseen effect. It may kill you. Therefore, its producers feel they must assure free burial services to anyone who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull.
Welcome, Mrs. Whitlock.
It's lovely, Eric.
You look disappointed for a moment.
I did not. It's really lovely. Oh, look. I bet that's the den there.
That's right.
Is that a bedroom?
Yes, it is.
Gonna be ours?
You'll need some fixing first.
It was her room, wasn't it?
Yes. Come on along, I'll show you the rest of the house. It's rather forbidding now, I suppose, empty like this. But it was usually this way. Shortly after Marion and I were married, she removed all the furniture her parents had left her. This is our home, she used to say, and we must choose everything carefully. Well, we didn't get very far before she died. But now that you're here, it's going to be lovely again. I'll get the things out of storage tomorrow. They're all down at the warehouse. And I'll take care of that, too.
You have candles?
Sure.
It'll be twice as romantic.
Speaking of being romantic. I got to carry you over the threshold.
I love you. I love you.
Jenny, I thought life had died out for me.
What's that up there?
Oh, that's where Mickey keeps his gardening things.
Who's Mickey?
The gardener. He's kept it up the 2 years I've been away.
By himself?
That's right.
Must work awfully hard.
Oh, he and Marion would spend hours on end working here in the gardens and up in the greenhouse back there. See, he loved her very much. Sometimes I used to wonder who she was, my wife or Mickey's nursemaid. You know, I don't think he quite believes she's gone. I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings and scold her for neglecting the gardens.
You still love her, don't you? No, I'm not jealous. I'm grateful to her. I think to have loved once, really loved, to learn how to love always. Learning it from her, you give again to me. I wish there was some way to thank her. Who's that?
I don't know. They're driving around the back. Come on along.
Eric!
I see Eric.
Please stop by to meet your new wife.
Oh, Eric, this is a wonderful surprise.
It's been a long time.
It has.
Reverend,
Good to see you, Eric.
Jenny, this is Mrs. Snow.
I'm very happy to meet you. Jenny, this is a lovely surprise.
And the Reverend Mr. Snow.
Hello, my dear.
Oh, she's sweet, Eric.
I know.
I happened to be going into town. I ran into Mr. Mauer. He told me you were getting back today.
And we thought we'd just drop by and bring you something for your dinner.
Oh, nice.
And it'll save you all the bother of shopping while you're trying to get settled.
Then why don't you stay for dinner?
Oh, no, not
Oh,
tonight.
no, we wouldn't think of that.
Oh, now, please say yes.
I'd like for you to.
It would be like old times.
All right, on the condition that I do the cooking.
You don't have to.
You know, I know that, but I'd love to.
Well, there's Mickey. Excuse me, honey. Mickey!
Hello there, folks. How's everybody doing? Old Dr. Thaddeus Bones here. Yes, I've taken on a new job. I am the emergo skeleton that comes out during the theatrical showings of House on Haunted Hill. Isn't that a lot of fun? Yep, as soon as old Vinny P turns that crank, that's my cue to fly out across the crowd and scare the bejesus out of everyone. You know, I really enjoy it, but I do feel like there's an opportunity here that I would like to take to dust off some of the old stand-up comedy routine that I used to do. Don't you think that'd be fun? So I think when I come out, I'll maybe throw out a couple of real bone ticklers, if you know what I mean. Ah, there's my cue. Well, would you look at this crowd? I tell you, a bunch of cool cats out here. This must be a really hip joint. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. You didn't like that one. All right, that's fine. Oh, boo you, man. Come on. All right, listen. All right. Hey, so what's the last thing you want to hear after having with Willie Nelson? You. I'm not Willie Nelson. That's the... Ah! Oh, right in the business. All right. You didn't like that one. Okay, let me try another one. Everybody knows that the knee bone is connected to the thigh bone, but do you know what the pubic bone is connected to? Your mom! Ah, hey! Wow, watch it! What? Oh, okay, all right, listen. I didn't sign up for a SAG card for this kind of treatment, all right? Come on. Oh! God, I'm gonna have to talk to my optometrist next week. Wait, I don't have eyes. I tell you what, folks, hanging from the rafters here, I finally know what David Carradine felt like in his last days. Well, from the waist up at least. Oh, we got a bunch of Kung Fu fans out here? Oh, well, time to go. Ba-da-ba-ba-doop-beep-ba! Woo!
I'm at WQAD in Muncie.
And good morning, fellow babies. It is the greatest day. It is Thanksgiving Day here on WQAD, and even though our mascot is a fish, we are going to throw it over live now to Bailey Nichols, where she tries to carve a turkey with a chainsaw. Bailey?
I guess the turkey was already stuffed. Guess I'm going to get a pizza. Awesome.
That turkey just stopped that chainsaw dead. I did not know that would happen. I'm pretty sure she also did not know that would happen. We really thought you could just cut up anything with a chainsaw. It is, after all, a chainsaw. Although, one could possibly make some sort of safety device made out of stuffing that would immediately stop chainsaws and keep people safe from horrible accidents involving chainsaws.
As God is my witness, I thought you could cut up stuffed turkeys with a chainsaw.
Let's get back to the music, babies.
Poor Mickey. He keeps this place up like a shrine.
Eric told me how he loved Marion.
Mickey's father was a gardener here when Marion's mother was alive. Mickey and Marion grew up together here. Jenny, this is Mickey.
How do you do, Mickey? I hope we'll be good friends.
Well, Mickey,
Thank you, Mickey.
well, shall we all go inside?
It's a good idea. Mickey, remember you promised me some of those rose cuttings.
I sing you again, Mickey. Going to have to get you down to the barber shop one day very soon. Excuse us, Mickey. All right, that's done.
Oh, now please be careful. Oh, Edward, now don't break your neck.
You do it great, Reverend. Don't worry.
Good heavens. Honestly, the two of them are just like children.
Well, that doesn't look too bad, Eric.
Jenny, I hope you have more luck in getting your husband to mine than I've had with mine.
You know, you've got to admit it does make the room look better.
Very well, Tarzan. For penance, you can come and help me with dinner. Now, come on. Edward, you keep Jenny company?
Yes, dear.
No, Mary, no. Send them away.
Huh?
No. Oh, she's so very nice, Eric.
Jenny?
Yes.
Isn't she wonderful?
Yes, she's not at all like Marion, and I think that's for the best. You know, so many men, when they lose a wife, they try so hard to deny the loss they marry someone exactly like the first wife. It hardly seems fair using the living to bring back the dead, does it?
No, I suppose it doesn't.
We make a prison for ourselves out of the past, at least our sentimental, wished-for pasts.
Mrs. Snow,
Yes, dear.
there's something I must tell you and the Reverend.
Well, of course, Eric. What is it?
You see, Jenny has not had a very happy past.
Oh?
And talking about it or about something that might strongly remind her of it, she's very impressionable.
Is there something wrong, Eric?
No, not really. You see, she lost her parents many years ago in a very tragic way. And talking about unhappy pasts only, she's very impressionable. See, I want her to be happy, Mrs. Snow.
Of course you do, and so do we all. Now, how did she lose them? Well, look, I'm not prying, dear. It's just that Mr. Snow and I can help better if we know something about it.
They drowned in an accident. Jenny saw it all.
Who's Mr. Mauer?
Mr. Mauer? Why, he's a lawyer in town.
I thought no one knew we were coming. You said you heard from Mr. Mauer?
Well, Eric wrote him. He takes care of the estate, or what's left of it.
Oh, that's right. Eric has to see him tomorrow.
Well, Eric's co-executor of the estate along with Mr. Mauer. You see, Marion's death was so sudden that, well, all that was left to Eric was the house and these grounds. Mr. Mauer told me that Eric had found someone very sweet and very kind, and with whom he was very much in love. He didn't say enough.
How did Marion die?
Didn't Eric tell you?
I think the subject's rather painful to him. I don't like to make him talk about it. Would you mind telling me? I'd like to know.
It was a rainy day. She and Mickey had been working up there in the greenhouse. She left him to go back to the house for a few minutes. The way we pieced it together after the accident is that while she was coming down this path, apparently it began to rain very hard. She must have run along here. We don't know, of course, what happened then. Perhaps she slipped on a leaf. Base of her skull was smashed. It was thought that she hit her head on the edge of the cement wall where we're sitting. And she fell in there. She died in the water. That's where Eric found her 10 minutes later.
Marion. Marion. You
said, Mickey, wait here. I'm going down to the house for just a minute. Wait here, Mickey, you said. And then you went away in the rain. And you didn't come back to play. Man, why did you...
And don't forget that you and Eric are coming for lunch day after tomorrow.
We'll do better than that. We'll come to church on Sunday as well.
Oh, getting Eric to church is like moving a mountain.
He'll come.
Come along, my dear. It's getting late.
Eric, thank you very much for bringing Jenny into our lives.
Thank you for the dinner.
It was a pleasure. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Edward, did you know that Jenny's very wealthy?
Oh, yes. Mr. Mauer told me in town today.
Well, she's not at all like Marion. You know, she's so gentle and timid, as if she were afraid of something.
I knew you'd like my friends, dear. Hey, what's this? Huh?
Just happy, that's all.
Chum.
So happy.
Come on. How are the cots?
Fine.
What are you reading?
Something Mrs. Snow sent over.
Interesting.
It's called Beast in the Jungle. It's all about a man who waited all of his life for something great, wonderful to happen to him. He had only one good friend. It's a woman whom he confided. And she died. At her grave, he suddenly realized that she was the great and wonderful thing that he'd waited for all of his life. But it's too late then. His memories, like a beast in the jungle, rise up out of the past, overwhelm him.
Poor fellow. He doesn't know what he missed.
Hey again, guys. It's Marlena Midnite, my trusty paper. Haha. So, as I said earlier, this movie is kind of, it has like a specialness to it. Maybe that's not the right way to put things, but anyway, this was shown on Dr. Igor, which was the original horror host for WQAD. And we think that it was the first horror movie because it was shown on August 3rd in 1963 when Chiller premiered, which was the name of Dr. Igor's show. WQAD was brand new, but also the show Chiller was brand new. And Dr. Igor was played by Gene Edwards. He haunted the WQAD airways until 1965. He was joined by a couple of co-hosts, Plasma and Vampira, not that Vampira, and hosted Chiller every week on WQAD. Unfortunately, Gene Edwards passed away in 1976, but he's fondly remembered by horror host fans of the day, even if he did get in a little hot water for stunts with worms. But Dr. Igor, here's to you in the beginning of a great Quad City horror hosting tradition on WQAD.
Good evening, and welcome to The Spooky Movie on KMSK 33.
Ooh, thanks for joining me, Spookies. Tonight's movie is Monster from Green. Lyle, do I really have to say that? Can't I just say heck, green heck, monster from green heck?
Oh, it's actually totally fine to say on television. I heard this record this fella did years and years ago that told you the 7 things you can't say on television. And believe me, the H word does not even come close.
Lyle, I am a lady, and this is a family station.
I know what you're saying. We do have a responsibility to the community.
All like 130 of our community. Yes, we do. We might not be the biggest station in the world, but we are very important for lunch menus and community calendars. And I guess this movie show, because people do seem to like it, although I don't particularly care for it.
Well, and here's the thing. Everyone's going to be, we got a long weekend. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. So,
I am aware.
Well, by the time this airs, though, will be Saturday, but...
I gotta find people. Oh, people, geez, I can't even think. I've got to find places for 37 people to stay. 37!
Oh my goodness, 30, that's a big Thanksgiving celebration.
Well, and everybody's bringing up their snowmobiles because how could you not know that we got the 68 inches of snow?
Well, yeah, it is November.
Well, I mean, that is kind of record-breaking even for here. We don't usually get snow that's over my head quite this early. And we're supposed to get more. We're supposed to get more next week. We're supposed to get another, I think, 3 feet.
Oh. I'll be digging a tunnel to the road from my garage.
You better get one of those heart savers, the little...
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We got one and it's fabulous. You just carve a little cave right through the snow.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, it does fall back on you because it spits it out, like a combine.
Yeah, and you got to watch out. It'll throw a lot farther than you think.
Well, when you're in a tunnel, it can't throw very far at all. It just... But, what were we talking about?
Oh, so Thanksgiving, what are you actually having for your feast? I mean, if you're having that many people.
Well, the basics. We're having venison, we're having ham, we're having turkey, we're having... Oh, I think somebody is bringing rack of lamb, but I'm really not... I don't really love lamb. It's kind of sad thinking about it. I mean, deer are cute too, but they have kind of a mean streak. We had that one get up on the porch that one time and... Oh, geez, everybody had to get stitches after that debacle. Oh, geez. We're not having moose this year. We tried that a couple years ago, but it was real gamey. I guess it's because they're so big.
It could be. I've never had lamb myself, but
it's also
I've had
gamey.
pretty much everything else.
We might have a goose, but I'm not sure, because I don't really feel like plucking a whole goose. I don't know.
You certainly don't have much time left.
No, I certainly don't. I'm waiting on a call for Heather, actually. I got to tell her to go to the cranberry bog and pick up some cranberries. Because they're all ready now. And we got to get them for Uncle because he makes this famous cranberry relish. Don't tell him, it's kind of weird. But, he really enjoys making it, so...
I really love that cranberry sauce. That's my favorite part of
the jelly in a can, where you just and it's just like.
Yep, that's exactly it.
This is not that. This is a bunch of angry, tart, fresh cranberries, and they're all crushed up, and then you add orange juice and orange peel, and I think there's something spicy in it, and maybe walnuts. There also...
I don't know how I deal with it.
There also might be wild rice in it. I actually don't remember. I try not to partake. There's always so many side dishes, because when everybody comes, everybody brings a side.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then, you have the people who bring the green stuff, the pasty green stuff.
Oh, seafoam?
Yes, there you go. I don't know.
How can you not know what the name of seafoam is?
Green stuff.
It's seafoam.
Oh, okay.
Although I have heard tell, now this is just secondhand knowledge. This isn't, I don't know, I've never been to the South, but I've heard there's a lady in our church, she came up and she's from, way down there somewhere, like maybe Missouri. And she calls it ambrosia salad.
Ambrosia?
Yeah, how was my southern accent? Did I do really good?
Well,
ambrosia salad.
Yeah, that was really good.
I think I did a good job on that. I think I sounded sort of kind of like her, because her voice is like real long when she says things, but she's real nice, and she cooks up a whole mess of stuff. She always brings it with her. It's good. But I think their ambrosia salad is actually pink rather than green.
Oh, man.
So maybe it's cherry instead of pistachio?
Oh, that could be.
I don't know, but oh, well.
We probably should get finished because, yeah, it's the holidays.
It is the holidays. I gotta go home. I gotta find where everybody's gonna put their snowmobiles.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of people and a lot of snowmobiles.
I mean, we got the acre.
You're going to have at least 20 snowmobiles sitting in front of your place.
It's probably going to be closer to 40, because you know they make little kid-sized snowmobiles now, so everybody's bringing their kids' snowmobiles too.
Own. Yeah.
That's going to be a whole wealth of children running around. Oh my goodness, okay.
You'll have snowmobiles backed up all the way to Dilworth.
Oh, chances are, but you know everybody else is going to be out too. What else are you going to do? You're going to watch football. Then you're going to go ice skating at the skate rink, because now it's ice skating rather than roller skating. And then you're all going to go out on your snowmobiles, and then you're going to drink a few beers, and then you're all going to go to sleep.
Yep, that's about it.
That's the way of Thanksgiving.
That's the holidays in a nutshell.
It's true, it's true. Anyway, let's get back to tonight's movie, Spookies, The Monster from Green Heck.
Eric?
Lily pad?
I don't think Mickey looks for her in the pond.
Jenny, now stop it.
I can't help it, Eric. That bad feeling's come back.
I forbid you to talk about it.
She looked like that, Eric. My mother looked like that.
Jenny.
I can't help it, Eric.
Darling, you're just talking yourself into those same old fears.
I've got to talk about it, Eric. I have to talk about it.
I forbid you to talk about it now.
Just that with you beside me, I'm alive again. I don't want to be sick anymore.
Honey, look. Now, you mustn't go on thinking like this. Besides, how could a very poorly done self-portrait upset you so much?
I know it's only my own fear. It's my own guilt that I can't get away from. Eric, I'm sorry.
Oh, I want you to listen to me. I want you to believe me. Now, you were sick once, yes, but you were cured. Mickey caused this. You may as well know.
He does look for Marion night after night down by that pond. And he probably comes here afterwards. I'm going to speak to Mickey in the morning. Now, don't you see? How simply it's all explained away?
But if I also heard a scream, Eric? Before, when I went to the hospital, I was hearing things. I'm hearing them again.
What did you hear?
It was a high, strange scream.
High, strange scream. Like a peacock's cry?
What's that sound like?
Come here. Sound like that? You see? It's all very, very real.
Such a fool.
You feeling better now?
Yes.
Night. We won't be bothered with any of Mickey's nightly visits anymore. I've forbidden him to come into the house.
I was just nervous last night. I wish you wouldn't take it out on Mickey.
Now, he's a child. Must be disciplined.
I'd like him to feel I'm his friend.
Why don't you do some gardening with him while I'm in town? If he sees you're interested, you win him over quickly enough.
Wait a minute. I need a list of staples, mostly.
Are you sure you don't want to come in with me?
You get more done without me.
Got to see about the lights, the phone, the bank, and the warehouse people about that furniture. You know, that cop's just about broken my back.
Don't forget to see Mr. Mauer.
I have to see him this evening. It's a bore, but I'll have to see him.
Will you be home in time for dinner? I'll wait for you.
Now, if I'm not, don't you worry, darling. Getting out of Mauer's clutches sometimes requires an act of God. I love you.
Hello, Mickey. Oh, look out. You almost cut him. It's a handsome one, isn't he? So cuddly and warm. When I was a little girl, I used to want to be a caterpillar. So I was a very little girl. There you go. Marion must have loved her gardens. We'll keep them lovely for her always. You know what I'd like to do, Mickey? I'd like to pick some of the nicest flowers and take them to her. Would you like that?
Yes.
Eric told me she was near here. Would you show me where? That all right, Mickey? I'm sure it was a great loss to all of you, Mickey.
She cries
She cries.
in the night.
Dead people don't cry, Mickey.
I heard her.
Heard her? Mickey?
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hey Marlena,
Hey, Wolfred.
I do notice a distinct lack of Barbara Steele
Yeah.
in tonight's Barbara Steele movie.
It takes a while for it to get going, but she is in the next segment, I promise.
Oh, great.
So what is this wheel of steel?
Oh, that is my new invention. Like, let's say that you are writing a movie and your star is Barbara Steele.
Okay.
Well, there are, 6 very common tropes that turn up throughout most of the Barbara Steele movies of the 60s.
That is true.
Assuming people are going to make that in the, 21st century here, all you do is you spin the wheel when you get into, you have writer's block, say, working
can
on
I
a
try it?
script. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see what it tells you to do.
It says is dead.
Oh, yes, the very common thing, is it not, that Barbara Steele is actually dead.
In the movies, yeah.
Yes, and my money is on that she is dead tonight.
Should
Yes.
I do it again?
Oh, yeah, sir, see what it throws at you,
I think I spun it too much, Wolfred.
You have spun it harder than I ever intended to, but...
Is crazy jealous.
Oh, and I have seen tonight's movie, and I'm not going to tell you, but there is a chance
She might be
is
crazy jealous. Well, it works, so what an excellent invention.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, we should get back to the movie.
Yes.
I don't think he quite expects she's gone. She cries. She cries in the night. I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings.
She died in the water. The base of her skull was smashed.
She didn't want to die.
She died in the water.
Well, we've had reports that this deck is haunted. No one's been on this deck for a while because, well, I don't know. Supposedly weird things happen. Supposedly it's haunted? I don't know.
I don't see anything.
Right?
Perhaps that is what they were talking about.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Remember the curse, the curse. Remember the curse.
What curse are they talking about?
Like that once a month curse?
I mean, how could we even, like, that's not even, like, that's just a normal thing. Like, I don't know, curse. Ship. Trapped on a ship. Let's see, other things that could be cursed, like the food isn't great here. It's that one time we got overrun by those weird plants. They're gone now, though. I don't know. Oh, maybe they're the curse. That would be annoying if they were constantly just saying that all the time. I don't know. Seems like such a trivial thing, though. We could just turn up the radio. We could block it out.
Oh, I gotta get that report for the captain. Oh, who put that there?
You know, everything seems pretty normal around here. Since when do we have bats on the ship?
Remember the curse.
The curse. Right.
Captain's log, October 31st. Apparently this curse we were warned about is real. Elizadeath chipped polish on one of her toenails. Also, Kat has notified me of a bat infestation and engineering. We've traced the electromagnetic disturbance to the nearby planet of Halloweenia. We'll beam down to investigate.
Says they are, like, right here. I don't know. Yeah? I don't know. It all says it's right here. I don't know. Why don't we just, I guess we'll go this way.
Oh, I just stepped on something.
Oh. Well, it's gone now. Wait, so you're telling me that, like, 2 little space dandelions caused this whole curse ridiculousness? I knew it was those stupid plants. Well, back up to the ship, I guess. Took care of that now.
Jenny. Jenny? Jenny? Honey? Honey? It's all right, darling. It's all right. I'm right here. I'm right here. Just lie back. That's right. Just lie back. It's all right.
Eric, when you found me, what else was there?
What do you mean, what else?
A skull?
Jenny,
I know there was no skull.
of course not.
Mickey says Marion cries at night.
Why, that childish, stupid...
Don't blame him. We both hear the peacocks. He, out of his love for Marion, wishes the cry to be from her. I, out of my sickness.
Now, darling, we've been all through that nonsense last night.
Don't you see? I've never imagined seeing these things before. To just stand there and see it. Have it turn out to be nothing. Eric? I want you to call Dr. Ann tomorrow in New York. I want you to take me back.
No, Jenny. Now, it may sound selfish, but don't you see, having you to love, I'm happy too. I don't want to lose that. Now, in the morning, Mr. Snow will be here, and we'll tell him. He's very comforting. And I think he'll agree with me.
About what?
I think it's Mickey. You see, he hated me from the first. Marion was his friend, and when I married her, he thought I was taking her away from him. And now that she's dead, taken away from him forever, I suppose in that childish mind of his, I'm responsible for that. And now, because you're my wife, and in Marion's house, he hates you too.
I don't think Mickey's responsible. He's not quick enough or clever enough.
And who?
Myself. It's all in my own mind.
We do need somebody else, darling. We need somebody outside of the confusions of our love for each other. Now, the Reverend Snow will be here in the morning.
Who's in there?
Well, this much is real anyway. Look here, Jenny. You see, this is how you gouged your hand. You say you threw the skull down here where Eric is looking?
Yes.
Did you find anything, Eric?
Nothing yet.
Surely, Jenny, you must agree with me that anything as fragile as a skull would have been smashed to bits down there. And Eric has found nothing. And to assume that the skull would move of its own, all the way from there to the driveway door. Now, Jenny, there's no reason for that.
Don't you see, I agree with you. Did Eric tell you I spent over a year in a sanitarium?
Oh, Eric told Mrs. Snow that you were very impressionable, but that's all. I know lots of people needing a rest go to sanitariums.
This wasn't quite that kind of sanitarium. You see, I grew up loving my father and hating my mother. Well, she never knew it. Something I kept to myself. She was very beautiful. Very gay, like her. Very much. And I knew she resented that I was not more like her. I used to lie awake at night and wish she were dead.
Well, that isn't very unusual. I understand many children go through such a period.
I was no longer a child. And one day, I got my wish. They were both drowned. I could still hear her scream. I was all alone on a little beach. And all I could see was the overturned boat on the top of the waves. And I kept trying to reach them. And the waves kept throwing me back. And then I could hear her cries no more. And then hours later, the men came and searched for the bodies. They were never found. That's when this bad feeling started. This feeling that if I'd really wanted to, I could have saved them, but I didn't. That I really killed them.
No, Jenny. You tried. You tried your very best.
Did. But thinking, begging, praying couldn't make this feeling go away. That's when they took me to the hospital. They told me I was cured.
Jenny.
They told me I was cured.
Mickey? Mickey!
Hey everybody! So I'm sure as you've noticed I've been having some memory issues these past few episodes, and I just thought I would just do what normal people do nowadays and put up an ad on the internet for another brain. And behold, I have a new friend. He's a brain. This is my friend Brain.
Actually, my name is Boar.
Oh, my friend Boar.
Yes, I am actually from the planet Cerebellus.
What a disappointing name. It probably doesn't have the same meaning as it has here.
Unfortunately, it does have a similar meaning.
Oh, it does. Wait, what?
We have a lot of words with similar meanings to your words here on Earth. That is why I can speak English so well.
Oh, well, that's actually kind of interesting.
Believe it or not, I might not be considered the most interesting person in the entire universe, but I do have a very good understanding of applied physics.
Boy, he sure does talk a lot. Why don't you guys get back to the movie?
I'm pretty good at calculus, too, and...
Hey guys, welcome back. Just hanging out with Boar. What do you think of tonight's movie, Boar?
John Agar has starred in many great movies, including Tarantula, The Mole People, Revenge of the Creature.
He really
and
is.
was at one time
He has a lot to say about this
sweetheart
movie.
Shirley Temple. He is one of my favorite actors. Unfortunately, he had an untimely death in 2002. I must say, you are a great listener.
Yeah, I always thought of myself as a really good listener.
You aren't finding yourself a bit fatigued, are you?
No, I can keep going for days. You just keep on talking. I can just sit here and listen to you all day.
You don't find this so boring you are losing your will to live?
Wait, you were gonna bore me to death? Really?
Ma, your defenses are amazing.
You're trying to bore me to death? Oh, no, see, you chose wrong. Because I come from a long line of over-explainers. We sit down to Thanksgiving dinner, and we usually finish up sometime around Christmas. Which is kind of nice, because then we don't have to leave. But I mean, seriously, like, the over-explaining, hey, why don't you just come with me to Thanksgiving, and then...
Are you sure I'm not too boring?
Well, you won't find anybody to bore to death, but you'll have really good conversation for, like, the next 3 weeks.
Oh, that might be most enjoyable.
Okay, we should get back to the movie.
Simply explain to them that calculus, originally called infinitesimal calculus...
What is this?
I was simply explaining the difference between calculus, geometry, and algebra.
No, I don't care. That's rude. You're lucky I think she's still alive. You are no longer welcome here. You will go back to your spaceship.
And I don't get to go to Thanksgiving?
Nope. Spaceship.
Okay, bye.
Sorry he bored you.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's get back to the movie, you guys.
You go on. I'll be there in time for lunch.
Well, where do you think he's gone off to, Eric?
Who knows about Mickey? He might be hiding.
You looked at Marion's grave?
Mickey?
Mickey!
Mickey? Mickey?
Mickey! Mickey!
Eric, did you find him?
No. Where's Jenny?
She's with Mrs. Snow on the patio. Eric, I think I should tell you that Jenny has confided in me about the sanitarium.
Oh. Does your wife know? I told her Jenny was impressionable, but not that.
I haven't said a word to her.
Mr. Snow, you can do both Jenny and me a great favor by forgetting she ever told you that.
But, Eric, if it helps explain...
It explains nothing.
If I were you, Eric, I'd take her away. If she's so impressionable and that house frightens her so much, why subject her to it?
Look, I can't do a thing like that. It'd be the worst thing for her. Mr. Snow, it would be admitting she was sick again. I want her to be happy. We'll stay here.
Perhaps you know best, Eric.
See, I've got a simple and old-fashioned piece of philosophy. The only cure for her fear is to teach her she's loved. I mean, really loved. And I love her so much.
God bless you for that, Eric. She's a very fortunate woman having someone like you to care for her.
Be night soon.
Oh, Jenny, Jenny.
Sorry.
Darling, you've got to believe it will not happen again. Ever. Mickey? Mickey!
Eric. Eric!
All right. What are you going to do with that skull?
Stop it, it wasn't his
Where did you
fault.
get it?
Leave him alone.
I'll take care of this, Jenny. Now, I know you don't like me, Mickey. I know you do anything to get us to leave here. This idiotic attempt to scare us as if we were children. It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
No, not me, not me.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on.
I wish you'd apologize to him. You know as well as I do it's not his fault. It's all in my own mind.
Jenny, I'm going to do something. And you're going to help me do it.
What's that?
That portrait upstairs. It reminds me of your mother.
Yes.
You were fine until you saw it. Now it has you all preoccupied with memories of the past. We're going to burn it.
It's precious to you, Eric.
The picture means nothing to me. I want you to be happy. We can't be until this fear is out of our lives. All right, Jenny. Go on, Jenny. It's only the peacocks.
Fire's almost out.
Yes. We can't let those ashes stand overnight. And the brush in these hills are a regular tinderbox. You want to help me? Now, you feeling better?
It's as if I destroyed her with my own hands. She'll come back, and she'll come back.
Darling, if you go on talking that way, you destroy the whole purpose. Now, the thing is out of the house, and it's over. You just give it half a chance, and you'll begin to forget it. And if you'll just spread those ashes out a little for me, I'll get the water to it. That's it. What is it, darling?
The skull! It's the skull!
Darling, there's no skull there. There's no skull there, darling. There is no skull there, Jenny. Darling, there's no skull there. There's no skull.
I'm at WQAD in Muncie.
And welcome back to WQAD, the COD. It is cash on delivery, baby. You better have your wallets out. But, we have a... it's school lunch menus. So, Tuesday is gonna be pigs in a blanket, mixed vegetables, fresh orange, and blonde brownies, whatever that is. I will tell you my brownies are definitely better, but they are expensive, babies, so put up or shut up. Wednesday is going to be macaronic and cheese. I'm gonna guess that's a typo and it's supposed to be macaroni, you know, like the noodles. Banana, pea salad, and an apple crisp, whatever that is. Thank you for that very urgent news, and back to the music.
Good evening, and welcome to The Spooky Movie on KMSK 33.
Hello, Spookies. I hope you're enjoying Brain from Planet Eros. Wait, Eros?
Hold on there, Marcia. I'm afraid your script might have had a typo on it. It's Brain from Planet Eros, not Heroes.
Okay, good. You know, because one time I was at the movie store and I saw these cute little saloon doors and I was like, oh, that must be where the kid movies are. Because, you know, kids, they love those little swingy doors. You know, everybody loves those little swingy doors. I have those in my kitchen.
Yeah.
And I went through and then I went and I saw, oh, Back to the Future. And I thought it was great. And then when I got home, I noticed it said Backside to the Future. So, you know, I put it in because I hadn't heard of that one. I figured it was like maybe a sequel. Oh, it was not a sequel. That is not for children.
No, that is definitely not for children.
That was a mess.
Yeah, yes.
And then my husband came home and he saw what I was watching, and then it was a whole big thing, and I was in trouble. Oh, the explaining I had to do about those cute little saloon doors. Why would you put those on there? Why wouldn't you put like a big door with a big red X that said "Do not enter" if you're not a big grown-up adult?
Not that I would know anything about that, but yes, they call that the adult section. Yeah.
They should mark it more clearly. It should definitely not just have cute little doors. Anyway, I think we should probably get back to Brain from Planet Eros.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh.
We're going to be able to catch a plane tonight?
When we get into town, I will call Mr. Maurer. He'll arrange a midnight plane.
Thought there'd be more time. Time for so many wonderful things.
It's gonna be all right.
Of course.
It's just me.
It's gonna be all right.
Good evening, my dear. Mrs. Snow's hens thought you might like some fresh eggs for your breakfast in the morning. Hello, Eric.
This is a surprise.
Those hens labored mightily, as you can see.
Fine, I'll take them.
You'll excuse me, dear? What is it, Eric?
I've got to take Jenny away. That hospital she was in before.
It happened again?
I thought it would help her if we got rid of that portrait. You know the one.
Yes.
We burned it. She saw a skull in the ashes.
You were there?
I saw nothing, of course.
Of course.
And I thought it was Mickey. But when I was there myself and I saw her... Mr. Snow, there's something I've never told you. I've never told anybody. But when Jenny was put away in that hospital, she tried to do away with herself. I'm terribly afraid.
You think she might try it again?
I know she will. Unless I get her back to that hospital.
When are you going?
Tonight.
We shall miss you. Mrs. Snow and I have grown very fond of Jenny.
Yes, and she of you.
I don't suppose you'll be coming back here again, Eric?
No. Never.
I'll miss him and his wife. He's very kind.
Yes.
When I said goodbye to him just now, he tried to talk me out of what I saw.
Oh.
He said he thought the skull was real. He's going to bring some men in the morning to search the estate.
Where?
Everywhere. He was just talking, trying to be kind.
I suppose.
I'll go upstairs and pack. You want to come with me?
I'll be up in a minute. Where's the skull? You saw me put it in the pond. You must have. Where is it?
I don't know.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Where is it?
I don't know.
Tell me the truth. You took it. Tell me. Tell me.
Didn't take it.
Who?
Not me.
Who?
Marion took it. Marion took it.
You and your Marion.
Edward, in the name of heaven.
Mickey, where did you find this?
Pond?
Well, who put it there?
He did?
Eric?
He did.
Then there was a skull. But Eric said that he didn't see it when Jenny saw it.
I know.
Oh, but why should Eric lie like that?
Mickey, those other times with the skull, did you do it?
No.
Mickey, you've never lied to me before. Lying is a sin. You understand that? You must not lie to me now. Did you do it, Mickey, all those other times?
No.
I simply do not understand that. If it wasn't Mickey.
And it wasn't her imagination.
But why would Eric do such a thing?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, what do you think we should do about it?
We're going back there, to that house.
Right. Mickey?
Hello there, folks. Dr. Thaddeus Bones here. How's everybody doing?
Oh, hey, Bones, I see you're wearing the neck brace still.
Oh, yeah. They're actually after me for insurance fraud now, so I've got to keep it on to, continue the ruse, as it were.
Okay, and what is with the mustache there?
Oh, yes, you've noticed my luxurious moustache. Yes, well, have you seen Leonard Nimoy lately? I'm actually modeling it after his look.
I can't say I've seen him lately because he died a while back.
What?
Yes, yeah.
Spock's dead?
Yes, Leonard Nimoy died. He passed away.
Why didn't you tell me this?
I would just assume it'd be on the news or anywhere else.
I don't watch the news, Carl. I'm a skeleton who's trying to defraud my own insurance company. I don't own a TV.
Well, I'll try to keep you up to date on people who are passing away.
Well, please do, because, man, this really kind of puts a kink in my plans here. You know, I've been reading a lot of these books about, strange phenomenon, decided that I was going to create my own television program to compete with Nimoy in his In Search Of show.
Nimoy's In Search Of, I believe, went off the air in 1982, 83.
And? Your point being?
Okay, well...
Competition is competition, man. Come on.
You know what? Maybe it is time for a fresh face.
I believe it is, and I think my face is that face.
Okay, all right. Well...
I mean, look at this.
Is your show just literally going to be In Search Of, or is it a completely different program, just similar?
Carl, come on. You know me. This is going to be a direct one-to-one rip-off of In Search Of.
Okay.
Are you going to help me with this or not?
Oh, I got the camera right here.
All right, good. We're going to record the opening narration to play over the awesome theme song with the whackada guitar sound.
Da, 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 da.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
This series presents information based solely on theory and conjecture. The producer's purpose is to suggest the most outlandish explanations, not grounded in any kind of reality, to the mysteries we will examine. Lost civilizations, extraterrestrials, myths and monsters, and whatever other crap you'll buy into. Looking around for cameras are traveling the world seeking out these fabricated mysteries. This program was the result of the work of discredited scientists, Google researchers, and my wife's cousin Brad. Presenting to you, Looking Around For. How was that? What do you think, Carl?
Oh man, that's you must have been practicing that.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, had it memorized.
That was tight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
It's going to be good stuff.
You think the network will buy this?
Oh, well, some network will, certainly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of those shows on National Geographic and the History Channel these days.
I certainly have, and Eric von Daniken is still alive.
Is he?
Yes, indeed.
Maybe I'll have to rip him off next.
Oh, yes, you might want him for a consultant.
Definitely. Von Daniken, call me. You gotta be on Looking Around For. Come on!
Check to make sure that you have the power on the fusion reactor output. Check. Make sure the reactor is connected to the main switch.
Connected.
This is the best idea we've had yet. A mini power reactor, atom age Frankenstein.
Oh, or atom age cat.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Dr. Fearless did have to sew on her head, so we're gonna kind of take a little bit of license with it. All right, anyway, let's turn on the power.
Power on.
Raise your arms. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah. She looks alive. She's alive!
She was already alive.
Well, I mean, yeah, but she wasn't nuclear powered. We should turn off the power.
Is that normal?
Yeah, totally normal. Absolutely 100% perfectly normal. It's just the atomic energy. Kat, how are you feeling? Okay, well, that maybe isn't normal. Oh, jeez.
there any way you can turn her off?
She'll run out of power. I mean, there's a failsafe in the reactor. She'll run out of power eventually.
How soon?
Like 5 to 6 hours. Let's just let's get back to the movie.
Mickey? Eric and I are leaving, Mickey. I'd like to say goodbye. I'd like to leave as your friend, Mickey. Mickey? Mickey?
Jenny, are you all right? Oh, Jenny.
Eric tried.
Shh. Oh,
Where is Eric?
Don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll find him.
It's all right, Edward. Now be careful. Shh. It's all right, darling. Oh, it's all right. Oh, it's all right. Don't cry. Come on.
Eric! Eric! Please answer me! Eric! Eric! Eric, where are you? Eric! Eric! Eric.
Why did he do it?
Your money. The question is now, did Marion die in an accident? I suppose we'll never know.
They're gone. Rest.
Well, guys, thanks for watching the Screaming Skull with me. I'll see you around. Bye!